What's going on, guys? This is Almost Expert Wrestling. We're coming to you with, it's not really breaking news anymore, but it is still big news in the world of pro wrestling. Of course, you all probably heard about this already, so we're going to make it kind of short as we can, but still cover the stuff, just in case someone has not, who's been living under a rock the past few days. Seth Rollins got injured in a WWE live event in Dublin, Ireland, was it? Injured. He tore his ACL, his MCL, and something that ends with itis. And meniscus. There we go. Close enough. And right that day, the WWE vacated the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, and Seth Rollins is no longer World Heavyweight Champion. So it's vacated, and now there will be a tournament. I'm still confused about the details of it. Tournament for Survivor Series that will determine who the new champion is. I don't know if the tournament's going to go throughout the Monday Night Raws leading up to Survivor Series, or if it's all going to be on Survivor Series, which would be weird, but I do not know. I don't think Kyle knows. I don't think anybody really knows at this point, but either way, a tournament will be held, new champion will be crowned at Survivor Series, and very big news. So I'm going to hand this one over to Kyle. Give me your thoughts on this. Give me your thoughts on Rollins, and go ahead.
Well, the injury happened. Like you said, of course, a match against Kane at WWE live event Dublin, Ireland. I believe it was a tables match because there was a table set up in the ring at the time. Rollins basically, I believe he went to jump off the turnbuckle and something happened to his knee. He tore it. I mean, that's 3 different ligaments torn in the same knee, which is a very, very serious injury that I believe it will require surgery, and it will require a very, very long rehab period. Because if you typically look in basketball, football, and other sports, usually the injury is just a torn MCL, a torn ACL, or a torn meniscus, not all 3. So it's very, very rare that you tear 3 ligaments in the same knee. So the injury is serious. It's going to be for a long period of time. What I've learned is 6 to 12 months, with the possibility of it being closer to the 6-month period. But at this point, it could be anywhere from 6 to 12 months. It was originally 6 to 9 months, but some are saying that he could be out closer to a year, which is a very, very long time. And this is an injury that obviously could not be fixed. It happened. It was an accident, and he's going to get surgery for it. He's going to recover. So that's one good thing. At least it's going to be fixed, and he will be back. I mean, it's not a career-ending injury. It's not a career-threatening injury, but it does hurt for somebody like Seth Rollins, who was so early into his WWE career, being on WWE television for just 3 years, and it's about to actually hit his 3-year anniversary because he debuted at Survivor Series, at least for WWE Raw programming. Of course, NXT debut was back a couple years before his Raw debut, but nonetheless, the injury is obviously serious. When the WWE champion goes down with injury, that's never a good thing. John Cena has suffered a long-term injury like this. Randy Orton, who's currently out for injury, has suffered several injuries. Triple H was out for a year, so it's not like this is the first time that a WWE superstar on top has suffered an injury, which why I feel like he'll be okay. There's no major stars I can say that's got hurt and not come back the same. I mean, I'm sure there's a few out there, but when it comes to Triple H, John Cena, Randy Orton, Edge, they've always came back and been the same after being out for a long period of time. So with the injury of Rollins, he will be missing WrestleMania this year, or next year, WrestleMania 32, because that is in 5 months, and he's not the champion anymore, so who knows how long this reign would have went on for. He had appeared on every episode of Raw since his debut, so that had been close to 3 years, which is a phenomenal feat, over 100 episodes of Raw, probably close to 140 episodes if you look at it. Other than that, it's very unfortunate injury. I'm obviously upset about it. Very, very big Seth Rollins fan. I think a lot of people can say that they are Seth Rollins fans, at least of his wrestling ability, not specifically his character. his character is good as well. But it's an injury that maybe might help. Maybe I don't know what to call it, but it's something that might help WWE a little bit. Not Rollins, but it might help because now you're gonna have to crown a new WWE champion, which will set up new feuds, which will set up a storyline change, obviously. So that could be a blessing in disguise for WWE, but at the same time, you're losing a top star. He's obviously a top 5 draw. He was probably the best heel in the company for the longest time, and he was due for a very, very good run to the road to WrestleMania. I mean, he was set to defeat Roman Reigns most likely at Survivor Series this month. He was set to go on to TLC, Royal Rumble, Fastlane, WrestleMania, and become and potentially even, which I really thought he was going to be the champion for a year, but that obviously is not going to happen. And this is a big injury. And when I heard about it, I really didn't believe it. I did hear about the knee injury at first, but I didn't know that it was anything serious until the next day. So, or probably not the next day, but a little bit later than when it was broken out. So, there's really not much more to say about this. I mean, the top star's out. There's going to be a new champion crowned at Survivor Series. We're going to talk a little bit more about that after Joe gives his thoughts on the injury. But basically, it's very, very unfortunate. I think that we can get that out of the way. I mean, it's unfortunate. It's a top star out. He's going to be out for a long time, at least 6 months. So people expecting him to come back for Mania, it's not going to happen. I mean, this is not like John Cena's injury in 2008. This is 3 torn ligaments in the same knee. I mean, it'd be different if it was just one. I feel like if it was just one, he would make a much more speedier recovery, but 3 different ones. You have to just, those who play sports, those who do anything. I mean, 3 ligaments in the knee is very, very serious. It happens in, mainly, basketball is the lead of injuries in the knees, and then you got football and baseball. But they're definitely the top 3, but it doesn't happen as common in wrestling, so he's obviously going to have to make a different approach to the injury. But nonetheless, we'll see what happens with Seth Rollins, and we will not be hearing his name much within the next 6 months. So time to move on, and whatever happens. So Joe, just give us a quick analysis on the injury. I mean, I said a lot there. You can say what you want about it. Just basically your thoughts on the injury, how this affects WWE, and we'll talk about potentially who the next WWE champion will be. Go ahead.
Yeah. Everything you were saying was brilliant. Brilliant. I'm nice enough to say that. No, really. I agree with everything that you said there, 100%. That everything you said pretty much is going to shorten what I have to say, because I was probably going to say all the stuff that you said, and you said touched on a lot more stuff, especially when you're talking about the injury. 3 at once, like you're saying, is absolutely. I don't know the word for it. It's just, I don't know. It's big, and it's gonna obviously take a long time to heal. Like you said, he's not gonna be back for WrestleMania. Everybody's saying, "Oh, he'll make a speedy recovery, and then we can finally get 3 members of the Shield against each other." No, it's just not gonna happen. And if it does happen, I will be very surprised and happy if it does, but it's just not going to happen, and like you were mentioning how this could be a blessing in disguise for WWE. I kind of agree to that to an extent. I kind of agree that it's another opportunity for Vince McMahon and the rest of the creative team to finally push other young talent. I mean, Rollins obviously got a fantastic push, and that's one thing that we can never yell at Vinnie Mac and the creative team about, because they really gave him a great push, and now it's time for other talents to get in the spotlight a little bit more. And this happened when it was announced that John Cena would take a break, which he's currently on right now. Everybody was like, okay, that means more younger talent will get pushed. And now Rollins is gone, Orton as well, so it's just really opening the doors for more. But if I were to, choose anyone to get 3 torn ligaments in their knee, leg area, Rollins would not be the person. I mean, I don't really choose anyone to, but if I had to, I wouldn't pick Rollins, certainly. But it opens a lot of doors, like I said, for other talents like Ambrose, Reigns. I almost said Rollins, but no. Lots of young talent. Owens being one of them. And, and Cesaro. Can't leave out Cesaro. But yes, it is but at the same time, in that extent, it's a blessing, but it's going to be terrible for WWE ratings, in my opinion. And other people will say, no, everybody's going to like the change, they're going to like the tournament, yada, yada, yada. But I think that, the way that Raw has been struggling for viewership and ratings, as of late, it's been bad, and they know it, and they've been trying to make changes to make it better and better. But now that they're losing all these top stars, it's just going to, discourage people to turn on Monday Night Raw every week. Obviously I will, Kyle will, and the rest of the hardcore fans will turn it on. But for those people that are like, I'll only watch it because of who's booked for each show, those people are probably, they're going to get discouraged to turn on Raw. And I think that the viewership is going to drop tremendously. And, if it doesn't, then that's fantastic. But that's just my mini prediction that viewership will certainly not get better. It will definitely get worse. And, that just really goes to show how big of a star Seth Rollins is, how big of a star John Cena is. Love him or hate him, I mean, he's a big star. And, it's just been, the injury bug has gone around the WWE locker room. And that's going to take a huge toll for the WWE. So that's all I have to really say regarding that. Now let's move on to the tournament. And what? Go.
No. I was just on WWE.com while you were talking, and just recently, go ahead and check out WWE.com. Seth Rollins has actually had an exclusive interview on WWE.com. It's not a taped interview. It was just worded out, written. Just a couple questions to him about his injury and all. Just to let you to add on to this. Nothing really serious in that. He's going to have his surgery on Tuesday, so the surgery will be done on Tuesday, and that's it. So that's all I wanted to say. Then we can talk about the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah. Yeah, we know about that, and also I guess we could, if we want, give our prediction for who we think will win it all, and have some runner-ups if we'd like, but that's up to the person who's speaking. And so let's move on. So I'm going to hand this one over to Kyle. Is that all right with you? You want to start this tournament talk?
Yeah, so of course WWE.com broke the news that Seth Rollins' title would be vacated. Very obvious. Now, the question for many is how many people are going to be... let me name all the questions. First, how many people are going to be in it? It's going to be 6, 8, 12, 4, whatever. 2, what kind of matches is it going to be? Is it going to be a bunch of singles matches? Is it going to be like a big battle royal? Is it going to be whatever? I mean, it's not likely to be a battle royal, but could it be similar to the way the number one contenders tournament could be? Could we just see a bunch of singles matches culminate in a fatal 4-way? We don't know. So, but my prediction is that it's going to be about 10 superstars. I mean, I'm not sure, 10 to 12. I don't know. I think it's going to be somewhere from 8 to 12. I don't know, what are we going to see? A bunch of matches on Raw the next couple weeks, and then finally one match of Survivor Series, because the Survivor Series card, from what I'm seeing, is not very, very big right now. I don't even think there's a match on there. Besides, I don't even know what's on there, honestly. So, nonetheless, so that's that's 2 questions, and 3. I think I pretty much said both of them in question number 2. But and then 3 is who's going to really win it? Who's going to even be in it? I think Roman Reigns is a lock. I think both mid-card champions are likely locks. I think Dean Ambrose is a lock, unless they decide to do Ambrose Owens, or at Survivor Series. But, we don't know. So that's a lot of questions to ask, who's going to be in it. Other than that, I don't really know. I expect Roman Reigns to be in the finals of it when it comes down to it, but I don't really expect Roman Reigns to walk out as champion at Survivor Series. I just don't think it's his time to be champion at Survivor Series. I feel like right now it should be somebody. I feel like it should still be a heel champion. I don't feel like it should be either of the mid-card champions. We'll see. I don't know. So I think there's a lot of X factors to look at. Does Brock Lesnar return and win it? Does John Cena come back a little early? Is there a new star like Cesaro? It's just a lot of questions to be asked. But we will certainly get all those questions answered late November as Survivor Series rolls around. I don't know. There's a couple things that really want to happen. One thing I was thinking real quick is what I would like to see is Bray Wyatt come out of nowhere and win the title just to establish the Wyatt family as a stable. Bray Wyatt's never been WWE champion. And fun fact, Bray Wyatt's never won a championship in WWE. I think this will be a great opportunity for Wyatt to win it. But, the WWE creative just has to go a different route here. Obviously creative decisions have to be completely changed because you expect to work with Rollins as your champion leading up to WrestleMania. So that's all changed now. So obviously a lot of writing is changing right now. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Joe, anything that you have to say about this, Go ahead.
Yeah, everything you're saying, great, grand, wonderful. But, what I was thinking was, as for my predictions, yours were good and all, but, my prediction is, yes, I agree with you, Roman Reigns will, more than likely, I say pretty much definitely, be in the finals of this tournament. It just has to happen, everyone's expecting it. And if it doesn't, I don't know. It's pretty much going to happen. And, as far as who he's going to face in the finals, I think I think this is more of a dream than a prediction, but it's also both. Because I'm going to predict this because I think this would be an epic thing to happen. And that is for Roman Reigns to face Dean Ambrose in the finals of this tournament. I think it sets up a lot of things here. I think it sets up not only, either Ambrose or Reigns becoming champion, and more than likely it'll be Roman Reigns. I would just say that, probably. I don't know, though. We'll see when that time comes. But if it were to happen, I'd say Reigns would win, and I think that would set up a fantastic opportunity for Dean Ambrose to finally turn heel. I think it would be perfect, them to have a, I wouldn't say friendly match, but, they're both faces at the time, they're friends, but they're just going to have a great battle. And then Reigns is going to win, Dean Ambrose is going to be sour and turn his back on him and start attacking him and stuff. I think that sets up a lot of things that, will satisfy people, I think that Roman Reigns still has a lot of haters, that's very obvious. And if he were to win, people would be, those idiots, sorry, Roman Reigns haters, but you're idiots, would be upset by that. But I think that they would also go home happy because of the Ambrose heel turn. And even Roman Reigns fans will be happy with the Ambrose heel turn because it sets up a great feud for the two, for the title. And I think that would be a fantastic thing to happen. But will that happen? Just because I thought of it, probably no, but, like you were saying with Bray Wyatt being a possibility, I think it would be fantastic if he were to become champion, not only because he really deserves it, and, he's been, I wouldn't say, well, he's been here for years, but, he hasn't been here for years and years and years, or anything, but he really does deserve it. He puts a lot of work into, obviously, he's better known for his promos. He puts great work into that, as well as matches. I think he's a pretty underrated wrestler. He's not the best, but I think that he does a good job. He really is. He knows how to work a match with someone else very well, and I think that that really sets him up for at least some championship. Like you said, he hasn't had one yet. if he were to get it, not only would it be great for him, but like he said, for the Wyatt family, establish them as a serious group. Because for since the Wyatt family started, it's always been, yeah, we're the Wyatt family. We take out people. We're scary, and that's been it. It's like, okay, they're scary and all, but what do they have to prove? And obviously, I think Rowan and Harper were tag team champions at one point. Yeah, they were.
No.
They haven't?
No.
Oh.
No, the only Harper won the Intercontinental title. That's about it for the Wyatts.
I thought that they won the tag team championship and had a feud with the Usos at one point last year.
I don't think they ever got the belts.
Oh. I don't. I kind of remember it, but I kind of don't. I guess it didn't happen. I'll take your word for it.
I remember they had that match at Battleground. That was pretty good.
Yeah, Battleground. Who could forget Battleground every single year? It's a great tradition here at AEW. No, but in all seriousness, it would really solidify the Wyatt family as a legit group of scary, nasty individuals. So, yeah.
Yeah, but
what?
Yeah, but there's also been a name in this whole tournament that we haven't discussed. And how about the Celtic Warrior Sheamus?
Sheamus?
Mr. Money in the Bank, the guy that actually holds that contract for that championship. Could Sheamus cash in now and beat Bacon? I think he should.
Beat Bacon?
Because what if Sheamus wants to cash in right now? He can't.
Yeah, but, they always say that he can really cash in at any time.
What if Sheamus isn't involved in this whole tournament, Survivor Series? So what if he is? What if he loses first round? Say Roman Reigns is in first round. Roman Reigns has to fight 2 or 3 matches at Survivor Series. Reigns wins. Reigns is so fatigued. Sheamus could cash in. I think that Sheamus is somebody forgot about for a bit, just because he's not involved in a real feud right now, just because he really is an afterthought at this point. But Sheamus, he still holds that gold briefcase that really sets up things for him. So we could see Sheamus become WWE champion at Survivor Series, or even sooner. Well, not really sooner, but or at some point. So don't forget that Sheamus.
Absolutely. And Sheamus all of a sudden on Monday Night Raw, when they announced that the title's been vacated and Triple H has the belt, the Triple H has the belt in the ring, all of a sudden Sheamus music hits and he cashes in on Triple H or something. I don't know.
Have history, Michael.
Yeah. I could really see this happening. Sheamus is probably going to be in the tournament just because, he has nothing else to do. I could really see him, becoming the first person to win the championship, without cashing in. Obviously Rollins had the chance to at Royal Rumble this year when he was still Mr. Money in the Bank. But I think Sheamus could possibly do that. I could totally see WWE wanting to make more history happen and, have Sheamus win while he has Money in the Bank. And then Money in the Bank will have to give it out to someone else or something. I don't know. We'll see.
No, he could use Money in the Bank to cash in for the U.S. title. They never said that the Money in the Bank cannot be used for a different championship. That's one fact about WWE that you don't realize. If you've ever played WWE Universe mode, if the person wins the contract, you can cash in on any championship. So Sheamus could win the WWE title and cash in on Kevin Owens, as Eden says, and beat Kevin Owens for the championship. You never know.
She does say it like that. That is really good. That's a good one, Kyle.
Is ruthless. And what are the odds that Seth Rollins got injured in his hometown? Come on.
Wait, what?
Sheamus is from Dublin, Ireland.
Oh, I thought you were saying that Seth Rollins got injured in Seth Rollins' hometown. I'm like, he's not from Dublin, Ireland. Okay. We've covered everything. Do you want to do a final prediction of who we see winning the tournament just because people are getting bored by this video?
I pretty much said it. I would like to see either Bray Wyatt come out of nowhere and win it, or really that's the guy I want to come out and win it, Bray Wyatt. I like your idea of Roman Reigns versus Dean Ambrose. So But when it comes to the final three, I would like to see either Roman Reigns, Bray Wyatt, or Dean Ambrose. I think them three are the right option, just due to their work ethic, just due to the fact that all three guys are always on Raw. But at the same time, you have to consider Sheamus as a wild card. There you have it.
Yeah, I will agree with that, and that's my three as well. So that's gonna do it. We finished it way earlier than I thought we would.
What if Bad News Bear wins?
He will be the champion of being the king of bad news. Agree. Indeed. So that's going to do it. Thank you all for watching. We haven't done plugs in a while. We'll make it short and snappy because Kyle gets all, we don't have to do it every video. But follow. You can, of course, follow me on Twitter at official@AEW because I'm official. And you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button below because we got more, discussion videos on the way. Sorry that we haven't been doing discussion videos. We've just been doing predictions as of late, and I apologize, and I'm sure Kyle apologizes since it was, of course, Kyle's fault for this whole thing. But either way, hit that subscribe button because we got many more videos on the way, and of course, tell us what you think about this in the comments below. And Kyle, tell them about your little Twitter account that you have.
My Twitter got deactivated. It's like, no, just kidding. At Kyle Smith AEW. Anyways, like Joe said, yeah, we have a bunch of videos on here. Go ahead and check it out. We'll be bringing you a lot more discussion videos within the next couple weeks, and including late this month, this Survivor Series prediction series. That should be a fun one, talking about this vacated WWE Championship. And of course, get the hashtag started on Twitter. Hashtag ZebCoulter for WWE Champion. Other than that, that's it. Jack Flagger, where's he at? Alright, go ahead.
Yeah, I was thinking Byron Saxton, actually. Okay, thank you all for watching.
What about Todd Grisham?
Todd Grisham for WWE Champion. How about that? What if he was champion? No, right now, Vacant beat Seth Rollins for the championship. So that's going to do it. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, this is AEW.